So we're GMU Esports. My name is Steven. I'm the community manager. And then with me is HK. He's kind of like my supervisor in a way, or overseer. And you guys have any questions about anything, just go ahead and ask us. We'll do our best to answer or direct you in any way to help you guys out. Don't be shy.
So, Emanuele, you're wondering if you're receiving staff applications? Yes, we are. They're going to be rolling admissions, which means that they're going to be open throughout the whole year. And one of the things that we're looking at was we're going to be looking at them and getting back to people. Right now, our focus will be on tryouts, and then after that, we're going to start looking at staff applications and getting back to you.
Alex, I believe for Rocket League, you have to be on a team. I don't think they're doing any solos currently.
Already?
Oh, be on a team already.
Yeah, so sorry. I think the question that you're asking is if you can apply by yourself.
Yeah.
That's what that you need to do, I guess.
Yeah.
Each each application is individual. Aditya, can I be in 2 teams at the same time, like Valorant and CSGO? Right now, the rule is no, because of the time commitment and potential scheduling issues, especially for games like CSGO and Valorant. They tend to be like, they tend to have like similar schedules, and both of the leagues the league that we're competing in, CSL, does have both of those games, but I think you're only allowed to sign up for 1 team as well. I'm actually working on getting CSGO up and running again. If you're in our Discord and you looked at the chats, we were looking to kind of get the ball rolling because we didn't really have interest before, but now we're starting to get more interest, and we're going to discuss tryouts and steps forward.
So David, our Discord will have non-competitive games, and then you can play, like, I think there's like Splitgate in there. Some people play Halo, Osu, so those aren't really going to be anything competitive. And if there's a game that like you want to play, I'm sure we can create a specific channel just to find a place for anyone to play with you. I'm also not competitive, so like I'll go in there and play every now and then.
So for the leagues and the tournaments, they're going to be online. Most of them are online anyway, even without COVID being a thing. Usually, maybe like a final, like a grand final or semifinal would be a LAN event. I don't know if they would do that this time around, but most of the competition would be online. They'd usually just be like a custom game, depending on the game. You make a lobby, get in contact with the other team, and then you just play an online match. I guess another thing, we're currently in our gaming room on campus, which is located in student involvement office in the hub. Thankfully, over the last year, we've been working on it. It's not like anything crazy, but it's a good, nice space and they're going to be primarily for our A teams, our primary teams to practice in. But just wanted to give you guys a little look around. The computers are pretty good.
Go very fast.
Yeah, that's good. They have 2080 Ti's, I think. i7 processors, 144 hertz monitors. So we kind of went as much as we could into them. So
with the budget we had.
Yeah, with the budget that we had. So again, this is a practice room for the A teams of our premier games. And again, our premier games are basically, they're like the big 4 games that we foster here, the most popular ones and the ones that we're the best at. And that would be League of Legends, Overwatch, Rocket League, and Super Smash. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Vinny.
Oh, okay. I'm the media manager of GMU Esports. So I just pretty much work with VODs and videos and pretty much every single social media post you see from GMU Esports. Is it heyy? Is that? Oh, Valorant. I was like, Valo? I was like, what's Valo?
Oh, yeah. So for Valorant and CS, so for Valorant specifically, we do have, I believe it's a couple people who oversee tryouts. So basically, tryouts would either be a scrim against another school, or they would be against other GMU players. And they've been pretty good so far. The person that is in charge of Valorant, which is Noble, he knows what he's doing. He's ran tryouts for like 2 to 3 semesters now, and he produces good results. But basically, in the tryout, there'd be like performance evaluations, and then after that, further evaluations to see like where people should be on, basing it on factors like teamwork, mechanics, game sense, stuff like that. We don't have a rank requirement to sign up, but I mean rank is a pretty good indication of initial starting points. But in terms of specific like how they actually do it, the Valorant manager knows that kind of stuff. I can't answer for Valorant like specifically like their process because I don't play too much, and I'm not too good either. So
I think it's pretty similar with CS as well. They both have their own tryouts, and I think CS plays, you're right, like plays scrims with other colleges as well. But I mean, I think they're pretty much very similar. Do you play games on Oculus? I don't think we have any VR stuff. That would be sick though, dude. I want to see like
awesome.
I want to see some competitive Pavlov or something. That would be sick.
Oh my gosh.
Competitive Beat Saber or something.
Oh, I wish it was Oculus. Kidding me?
Pretty sure CS plays. Wait, so I have a question for you, HK, because I remember seeing this in 2020. I know in 2020, CSGO for GMU played in like the CSL League for CS.
Yes. So, so again, to clarify, Premier games are just the biggest games here at GMU. They're the games that get the most resources and are the most popular. Non-Premier games still do that kind of stuff. The biggest example that comes to mind is like Valorant. Valorant also takes part in the same league. It's just that they don't have a dedicated quote-unquote manager. And it's a little less popular than, say, League, for example. They still do, they still take part in league competitions. From what I understand, MAEC, which is the league that does tournament stuff, they don't have Valorant yet. I think they're planning on doing so. And if that is something that happens, then our Valorant teams will for sure do that. CS, historically, they also did that. I think they did stuff in, I think it was called ESL.
Mhm.
But that hasn't happened in like 2 or 3 years now. But now with an increased amount of interest for CS, hopefully there will be a competition space for that to happen. But and then one more example, Osu. Osu is a pretty big game here.
Let's
and
go.
yeah, woo! And I'm not sure what kind of competition they take part in. If you want to enlighten me.
So it's just called, so there's a Osu Collegiate League. That's literally the tournament name. We just, it's international. It just reaches out to every single college or like university over like that has interest in Osu and pits them against each other. Yeah, it's pretty simple.
Okay, gotcha.